Have you ever wondered if it's truly possible to attain a perfect work-life balance? In the hustle and bustle of today's fast-paced world, this question often lingers in our minds. The concept of work-life balance is not a new one. It's the idea of effectively managing your time between paid work and other activities that are important to you, such as spending time with family, indulging in hobbies, or simply taking a well-deserved rest. But striking this balance is a challenge that many of us face daily. The struggle is real and it's common. The pressures of work, the ceaseless pursuit of success, and the desire to fulfill our personal responsibilities often leave us teetering on a tightrope. We find ourselves being pulled in multiple directions, with the scales frequently tipping towards work. The result? A skewed balance that takes a toll on our personal lives, relationships, and ultimately, our well-being. This imbalance not only affects our mental health, but also has a profound impact on our physical health, leading to stress, burnout, and a host of other issues. It robs us of the joy of living a well-rounded life, one where work, personal life, and relationships harmoniously coexist. But imagine just for a moment a different scenario, an ideal lifestyle where work doesn't become an obsession, but rather a part of a bigger picture, a lifestyle where you're not just surviving, but thriving. A lifestyle where you're not just working hard, but also playing hard. A lifestyle where your relationships flourish, your hobbies thrive, and where you have time for self-care. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But what if we told you that this dream can become your reality? That there is a way to live life differently, a way to prevent work from consuming your existence, a way to reconcile work, personal life, and relationships. But how can we achieve this seemingly elusive balance? The answer lies in the practice of virtues. And over the next few scenes, we will unpack these virtues and explore how they can guide us towards a fuller, more balanced existence. What exactly are virtues, and how can they help us strike a balance in life? Drawing from the wisdom of centuries past, virtues can be best described as moral qualities that define us as individuals. They are the inner compass that guides us through the labyrinth of life, enabling us to make decisions that not only benefit us, but also those around us. Let's think about virtues like patience, discipline, and humility. They are not just abstract concepts we learn about in philosophy class or read about in self-help books. No, they are much more than that. They are the essence of who we are and the potential of who we could become. Patience, for instance, teaches us to accept that everything has its own time. It helps us resist the urge to rush through life, instead encouraging us to pause, reflect, and appreciate the journey. Discipline, on the other hand, is the virtue of self-control. It's about setting boundaries for ourselves and sticking to them no matter what. It's about understanding that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and that consistent effort is the key to long-term accomplishment. And then there's humility. It's the virtue that keeps our ego in check. It reminds us that no matter how much we achieve, there's always room for growth, for learning, for improvement. It's the virtue that keeps us grounded, keeps us real. But how do these virtues help us manage our work-life stress? Well, when we practice patience, we learn to take things in stride, reducing anxiety and stress. When we practice discipline, we create a structured life that helps us manage our time better, leading to increased productivity and less burnout. And when we practice humility, we learn to accept our limitations and celebrate our achievements without letting them define us, promoting a healthier self-image and mental well-being. In essence, virtues are not just moral concepts. They are tools, powerful tools that can transform our lives, our relationships, our work. They are the building blocks of a balanced life, the foundation upon which we can build a more meaningful existence. Virtues are the building blocks of a balanced life. Let's explore how we can incorporate them into our daily routine. Discipline, often seen as a constraint, but what if it's the key to freedom instead? Imagine a day when you're not constantly chasing deadlines or feeling overwhelmed by your to-do list. A day when you've time for family, friends, hobbies, and even some solitude. That's the promise discipline brings, a life of order, balance, and yes, freedom. Discipline is not just about waking up at dawn or sticking to a rigid schedule. It's about understanding your priorities, setting boundaries, and making conscious choices. It's about cultivating a lifestyle that aligns with your values and aspirations. Let's delve deeper into the virtue of discipline and see how it can help you manage your work, personal commitments, and relationships effectively. Firstly, discipline helps in setting routines. A well-structured daily routine can make a world of difference to your productivity. It's like a roadmap for your day, guiding you about what needs to be done and when. It's not about packing your schedule to the brim, but about creating a balance between work, rest, and play. Secondly, discipline is about setting boundaries. In a world where work can follow us home through emails and messages, it's more important than ever to draw a line between your professional and personal life. Discipline empowers you to say no when necessary and to protect your time for what truly matters. Lastly, discipline involves practicing mindfulness. This is the ability to stay focused on the present moment, to give your full attention to the task at hand. Whether it's a work project or a conversation with a loved one, mindfulness allows you to be truly present and engaged. Cultivating discipline may not be easy, but the rewards are worth it. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And as it strengthens, it transforms from a practice into a lifestyle, from a struggle into a source of freedom. So let's challenge the common perception of discipline. It's not about restriction or confinement. It's not about leading a joyless, monotonous life. Quite the contrary. Discipline is about creating a space for what truly matters. It's about living a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. Discipline isn't about restriction, it's about creating a space for what truly matters. In a world obsessed with speed, can patience be our secret weapon? Let's delve into this often overlooked virtue and its role in balancing work, personal life, and relationships. Patience, in essence, is the ability to wait, to endure discomfort without complaint. It's about facing delays, problems, or even suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. It is a virtue that is tested daily in our fast-paced, instant gratification world. In the context of work, patience can be a powerful tool. It allows us to manage work pressures with grace and resilience. It gives us the strength to persevere in the face of challenges and to maintain focus amidst distractions. It is the virtue that assures us that success is not always about speed, but about steady progress. Patience also plays a crucial role in navigating personal challenges. It teaches us to accept the fact that growth and change often take time. It helps us understand that setbacks are part of the journey and that every experience, good or bad, contributes to our growth. Now, let's not forget the importance of patience in maintaining healthy relationships. It gives us the capacity to be more understanding, to listen more, and to express empathy. It allows us to give others the space to grow at their own pace, fostering respect and harmony in our relationships. So, how do we cultivate this virtue? One practical tip is through mindful breathing. By focusing on our breath, we can train our minds to stay calm and patient even in stressful situations. Another strategy is practicing delayed gratification. This simply means resisting the temptation for an immediate reward and waiting for a more valuable one later. Lastly, embrace the process. Understand that everything worthwhile takes time. It's not just about the end goal, but also about the journey towards it. Remember, patience isn't just about waiting, it's about maintaining a positive attitude while waiting. It is about finding peace amidst chaos, about seeing the beauty in growth and transformation. Patience indeed can be our secret weapon in this fast-paced world. In a world that celebrates self-promotion, can humility be our saving grace? This is a question worth pondering as we delve into our final virtue, humility, and its significant role in harmonizing our work-life balance. Humility, often misunderstood as self-deprecation, is quite the contrary. It's about acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses alike and being open and receptive to the world around us. It's the understanding that we are a part of a larger whole and that each one of us has something valuable to offer as well as much to learn. In the professional realm, humility paves the way for a healthier, more respectful and collaborative work environment. It encourages us to value the contributions of others, to actively listen and learn, and to accept constructive criticism with grace. It's not about diminishing our worth, but about recognizing the worth in others. This in turn fosters better team dynamics, mutual respect, and ultimately, productivity. On the personal front, humility can do wonders for our relationships. It teaches us to put others before ourselves, to be empathetic and understanding. It helps us to appreciate the diversity of human experiences and perspectives, fostering deeper human connections. So how can we cultivate humility? It begins with self-reflection. Take a moment each day to contemplate your actions, your words, and their impact on others. Recognize your achievements, but also acknowledge your mistakes and the lessons they bring. Develop the habit of active listening. When someone speaks, give them your full attention. Listen to understand, not to respond. And finally, be open to criticism. Use it as a tool for growth rather than a blow to your ego. Remember, humility isn't about suppressing your self-esteem, but rather about redirecting your focus outward towards others. It's about recognizing the value of each individual and fostering a sense of community and mutual respect. Humility isn't about thinking less of yourself, it's about thinking of yourself less. Let's start our journey towards a balanced life today.